So what does it mean to subtract a negative number? Let's start with an example. 1 minus a negative 3. Now I've put the negative on the 3 up a little higher just to make sure that you see the difference between the two. Sometimes people will write it as 1 minus and then in parentheses negative 3, just so that you don't get the two negative signs blended together. Now what does this mean? Well, we know that the negative means to go in the opposite direction. So if we have our number line, let's pull up our number line, we are starting, let's get a starting color, we're starting at 1, and now we think, okay, we got to go in the opposite direction, but then we hit this other negative sign that says go in the opposite direction, which turns us around. So we were going left, and then this one says nope, go the opposite direction again, so now we're headed right. And then we go 3. So 1, 2, 3. So our answer is 4. So equals 4. Well, the answer 4 is just the same as 1 plus 3 equals 4. So here we see that a negative and a negative turn into a positive. So 1 minus negative 3 can just be written as a plus sign. And a lot of times when you see a negative and a negative together, or even like with parentheses around it, you could just make it into a plus sign. Let's do one more just to practice. So this time let's start at negative 5, and we will subtract negative 2. And this time I'm going to put parentheses around this just so that you can see that this negative sign is different from this negative sign. So in this case, we start at negative 5. The first negative sign tells us to head to the left, but then the second negative sign tells us to head back to the right on the number line, and then we add 2. 1, 2. So our answer is negative 3. And recall that this is the same as negative 5 plus 2, because in the case of negative 5 plus 2, we would start at negative 5 again and add 2, meaning go to the right 2 places. 1, 2, which equals negative 3. So once again, the negative 5 minus and negative 2 is just the same as negative 5 plus 2.